Charles and I set for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as we get a peek some of the stars in today's game. Well, will they be stars? Will you be a star? We'll find out. Let's play. Lachlan Edwards has it on the tee and ready to go. And we are underway from the Superdome. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. They come out with one back and three tight ends. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Well, there was no blitz. That was just a draw play that, to be frank, didn't fool anybody.
Did we hear the entire stadium screaming draw? Because it felt like everybody was all over that play, and the defense won that battle.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, partner, you might want to tear up your scouting reports a little bit here because they just broke tendency. 3rd down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it really well and picked up a 1st down. I love the way the edges were sealed, which allowed him to get to the corner.
They go play action here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
So the run gets them the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Taylor will throw. A screen to Bell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Again, it's Williams. And some space here. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
He'll buy some time right. He's got his man on the crossing route. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the 1st on 2nd down and 3. Taylor going to give now to Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Mexico City football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Let's go.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On second down, Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now third down. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down.
Here we go.
Now Taylor to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Pretty good location there on that throw.
It really was, wasn't it? That was likely one where the receiver was either going to catch it or no one. Really good decision. And, boy, what a catch and move right there.
And a tough spot to get it over the middle. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Here it comes.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
That's caught at the 1. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Marvin Harrison, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his first look is incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Surveying the field. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
A good play on the ball, getting a hand on it, but it was tipped up in the air before falling incomplete. And that leads to way too many moments where bad things can happen for a defense and good things can happen for an offense. And this is tough to teach in today's football because everyone wants to make a highlight play. Tip it up in the air, grab it yourself, take it the other way. But sometimes that can backfire. How do you teach these guys to just make the good, solid, fundamental play of knocking it to the ground and not trying to make a highlight reel play that could backfire? And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Tiger! Go!
They'll try and throw for it here. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. And the offense moving quickly to the line. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. And it's 2nd down. 2nd down following the incompletion. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. They're going to look to throw, and that's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Steps away to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. He dropped an 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Returnable for Thomas. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Big sack on 2nd down. Now the offense needs to convert here on 3rd. Murray the lone setback. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Champ Bailey. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They begin the drive with Williams. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the 1st half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And they're going to speed things up here.
Ordinarily, in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because of the amount of people that get out in front of the runner. Offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back. They like to run that play there and try and run over people.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. Halfback sent in motion. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Going to give this time to the tailback. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. Brian Urlacher, the big middle linebacker, in on the stop.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. They'll drop the throw. It's caught. Lockett. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Gary Kubiak's guys denied on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Jeff Fisher, a bit of a gutsy call here. Says his team's going to go for it on 4th down. 4th down. Here's Taylor. Flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Really nice job there, showing the mobility, getting outside and creating something. I mean, that's good on any down. When you're going for it on 4th, that's a big play.
And it wasn't designed at all. Not a design play for him to bootleg out or get outside the pocket. That's just feeling pressure, knowing where to exit. And as you mentioned, finding the first down on a 4th down play.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. Shreds the tackle, and he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Here's the option going right. A gain of 3, second down. Back now here live in New Orleans, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Sliding out of the pocket, and they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the fourth quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down,
they've got his man complete. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 83 yards. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now this offense ready to take over again. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the...
Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Now it's Taylor. And off his back foot, he'll heat. He's got a man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And now a first down following that long gain.
That was good coverage that was defeated by someone who just wanted the ball more, and it resulted in a big gain downfield.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll roll him out right. He's got Ozzie Newsome. The 13 yards that time at a first.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
This will be caught inside the 10. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. In the red zone this time. And And from the 9-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. Now the Hall of Famer Dorsett. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
And now it's 2nd and goal. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now it's Taylor. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now whistles blow here. Play is stopped, and we're going to get a timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's... a crusher there as it's intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Still a one-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now. Just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. On the counter, here's Williams. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. 3rd down now following the run.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
He's going to loft one deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown! Marvin Harrison, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperation throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Give the tackle there to Gerald Hodges.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Oh, Taylor going to throw. Rolling to his right. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Sometimes it looks pretty simple, batting the ball away, but oftentimes there's some pretty good teaching and practice that goes into it. Being able to get to the receiver, not interfere, and get his hands through the football and knock it away.
Off the play fake, here's Taylor. He'll buy some time right. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout,